Hi, this is Eric Martin from Working Geek. I'm here with Mandy and Jordan Goddard, designers of Death Note Confrontation, a two-player game based on the well-known manga, anime. They're roughly the same.
Yeah,
not that many changes between them. So we got Elle versus Kira. How does this work?
Sure.
Obviously, each person is taking one role.
Right. So it's a two-player game that basically all takes place in these notebooks. So each player takes a notebook, and inside of their notebook is the game that they'll play. So everything you need to play the game is here. You're going to write in the notebook and do all of your deduction here, but that's hidden from the other player.
Okay.
Like you said, each player takes on either Elle or Kira. If you're Kira, if you're familiar with Death Note, you know that Kira has found a notebook that if he writes someone's name in the notebook, that they die of a heart attack or some other means. So to be true to that, you have a notebook, and if you're Kira, you're trying to kill and rid the world of criminals.
Yes.
If you are Elle, you are trying to suss out where Kira lives, where he is. One of the things you found you can do is manipulate which criminals show up on the news and where. And then because Kira is watching the news to decide where people killed, then you can suss out kind of where he is based on how you manipulate the news. So the game kind of takes place in that world.
Okay. And I don't know if I should ask more, like more details of gameplay.
Sure. So it's
we
kind
can
of
walk
different.
through.
Yeah.
We can walk through how
Sure.
the game actually plays out if you like.
Sure.
So, like you mentioned, really all that you need to know about how the turn works is in the quick guide. So the game plays out in two phases. Every turn has a daytime phase, which we call the chase, and then a nighttime phase, which is the nightly news. So during the day, Kira is basically going around town. He's in Tokyo looking for criminals that he can kill. And Elle, Detective Elle, is following leads, trying to show up in the same location as Kira to help him understand his identity. So there's going to be a location card that's pulled out.
Actually, we have one right here.
And there are two options. Kira can either visit location A and earn the points, potentially, that are at location A, or you can go to location B and earn the points there. But Detective Elle is going to choose, they both secretly choose a location they're going to attend or visit.
Okay.
If Detective Elle chooses the same location, then Kira gets spooked, he doesn't make a kill, he doesn't earn any points.
Okay.
Detective Elle will actually get information. He'll get to reveal a suspect that Kira is not.
Okay.
So by finding his location, he's able to narrow down his suspects. If they happen to...
This is a quick announcement. Sounds like an
Like we
important
can still hear you, but
difficult.
it's not.
Sure.
He's going to have a paragraph
Jordan
to read.
before
To
Jordan.
answer the chat, yes, these are the designers of the flower game from Renegade, or Lotus. So there you go.
That's true.
Someone double checking.
I'm glad that he's repeating the message.
We were really upset in France. This guy kept going on and on and on about this. It was interrupting constantly. We only found out later that it was for a missing child, and then we're like, okay, that's
yeah.
cool.
So now I feel terrible. I hope
Yes, we're like,
everyone's okay.
man, why are we so pissed off at this? And they're like, oh, wait, they found it. It's
Thank
fine.
you.
But it was just that weird contrast where after you're like, oh,
Oh, yeah.
just chill. Okay.
So,
okay.
he left off.
Right,
Yeah,
so this
we
is
don't
the head-to-head we call the chase. And if Kira manages to go to a location where Detective Elle does not go, then Kira gets to earn the points of that location.
Okay.
So I know you love this part because
Right.
of the
So,
sort of
again,
head-to-head piece.
So is Kira mostly looking for points? Well, what's the end game condition for each player?
It's a great question. So, like you mentioned, that's phase one. It's kind of a little head-to-head there. Then you are looking for points. The points are awarded by what kinds of criminals you kill. So if it's a kind of a small-time criminal that's doing a stabbing, you don't get a ton of points. If it's a bomber, then you get a ton of points. Now, the difference being the higher point value of criminals that you kill, kind of baked into the way the game's designed, is that you're giving more information about yourself by doing that. So that goes into phase two, which is Elle will, if Mandy's Elle, she'll roll the dice. It'll tell her what kinds of crimes she can put on the news that evening.
Okay.
And then she will, if I can show you the overhead, then she will say criminals, 11, 23, and 21 were on the news this evening. Now, before all of this, you've figured out where you live.
As Kira.
Yes.
And Kira knows that he can kill as many people on the local news as he wants, but only 2 people on the regional and national news. And so you have some rules to follow as Kira, and Elle is using how you're behaving and how you're throwing them off to suss out where you live. If you can, as Kira, get 15 points, then you win the game. If you can determine who Kira is as Elle, then you win the game. And it's just, how close can you get?
And you mentioned this is chapter 1.
Yes. So, chapter 2, if you flip a little further, if you've mastered the base game, it gets considerably more complex.
Okay.
It steps up a fair bit.
Yes.
So, a couple of things happen here. One, yes, this is a little more, right? But also, Kira has to score 20 points instead of 15. And there's a whole new mechanic added by where, if you can see, I'll hate to reach over yet. On the cards for chapter 2, there's another value that you get to earn as either Kira or Elle. And then you get to use those to unlock special powers that help you break the game in ways that help you out. So some added mechanics, a little more complex. But it
players looking for a little bit more challenge than what they saw in chapter 1. It just adds a little bit.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Very cool. Overview. I know Ross before said this is on the boat. Coming out, should be out by Gen Con, I imagine.
Definitely by Gen Con. It should be here early July in stores in July.
Okay.
We're very excited.
I cannot wait. I finished watching the anime with my son.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yes.
That's great.
We watched like a year ago. It was a little too intense. We stopped after a few episodes, and now he's through Naruto, he's through 7 Deadly Sin, and so now we went back.
Coming back to
now
it.
we went back and we finished the whole thing. So
very good. Hopefully he enjoys this.
Father-son activity. That's right. You want to be the killer? Or Possibly I won't pitch it to him like that.
But it is a good. If you devoid of the killing and the detective piece, it is a great cat and mouse game. And it's great that it's it's kind of a fun new mechanic. So.
But it seems like it's definitely sort of integrated with this, and it works. It works with the story and what's going on in there.
We started with the story for sure. We started with the challenge of not to go.
It had to be in a notebook.
We wanted it to be in a notebook. The goal was if you could whip this out on a bus and just play with somebody, that would be the goal, right? Now we've added some extra things to make it a little better, but that was the holy grail, and we've not strayed too far from that.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Mandy and Jordan. There you go. Death Note Confrontation.